Hey kids, welcome back to Let's Play Tamriel Rebuilt. We are at a crossroads. Last episode we kind of explored Tain a bit and walked to Aanthirin. We have another episode of exploration ahead of us. It's very suitable that we start at this crossroads. I have been kind of considering the best path for Hlena in this region. We're now kind of properly entering the Aanthirin region, which is this area here, the mouth of the Thirr River, or the Thirr River as it opens up into the what is this, the inner sea. And yeah, there wasn't Aanthirin, or sorry, Aanthirin. God, that's confusing. Aanthirin is this big Hlaalu town, really impressive town. Unfortunately, does not have NPCs and stuff in it yet, but still very, very cool to visit. I want the Hlaalu. But yeah, there wasn't much there. I do have a bit of minor news for the channel. I've been playing around with the gamma. And I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell. It's very gray. We've had gray weather for the last episode, and we'll just have to wait till we get some sunnier weather. One of the things about the weather mods and stuff I have installed is they do affect the lighting and everything of the game. So I'm now running the gamma through my recording software, and the reason being that it's always going to look brighter on my screen than it will on YouTube. I have mods that darken the game, and basically I don't want to play the game when it's all like really brightly lit and everything, but I know that YouTube tends to darken videos, the encoding software on YouTube. And also, just levels of video encoding basically will tend to darken the game in the data compression process. But yeah, so I've been thinking about where we're going to go, and I think that Helena's primary reason for coming down here is to visit the temple. She is a member of House Redoran, and I think she is not a huge fan of the kind of mercantile Hlaalu house. It was not, I don't think she has anything particularly against them, although she had a rather unpleasant encounter with a Hlaalu noble in Balmora who had stolen a Redoran artifact, and so she doesn't have a very good impression of them. But she's mainly here to visit the temple, so we are going to head straight down, I think, to Almas because we could cross over and go to Old Ebonheart, but that's kind of an imperial town, so I think we'll go to Almas, which is this way. I actually recorded a bit of this episode and forgot to put my microphone on, so I've seen a bit of this, but anyway, from now on we will be in areas that have been populated with NPCs, and there's lots of cool stuff ahead. This is going to be another episode of exploration on the road. We will try and get to Almas in this episode, and then once we're in Almas, we will try and talk to the temple and see what duties they have for us. But yeah, man, there's just so much Hlaalu here. Hlaalu is great. It's fairly valuable, 30 at a weight of 1, and then it's also good for restore fatigue potions. So I'm gonna collect a little bit while we walk here. You'll have noticed I don't use the alchemy mod that lets you pick things up directly. I may put it in at some point. It's not a big priority for me. I kind of like to know what I'm picking up, especially when we're in these uncharted waters. Come now, Oliver. It's getting oops, enemies. Enemies. I don't see an enemy. Okay. Looks like we have a Hlaalu plantation here. Let's just poke our nose into this plantation and sort of observe. Hlena does not approve of slavery, and I think that these Hlaalu plantations have, if anything, not given her a more positive opinion of the Hlaalu, using Khajiit and Argonians as slave labor. I think she thinks that's not so great. Not that she's going to embark on a grand quest to ash hams, to free all the slaves of these plantations, but maybe at some point, when she feels like she's got a little bit more. Ooh, a Guar. Come on, Oliver. You can make friends. Hello.
You wish to speak?
Yeah, sure, yeah. You've a harnessed Guar here. I have a Guar too. What are you doing here? Can you let Saku go free? I'm afraid I do not have the key. I'd like to. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll come back and free you all. But I feel like last thing we want to do is get in trouble with the local authorities right now. Muck sponge grows in this region as well. Quite a large plantation, bigger than the plantations in Vardenfell. Uh-oh. Back myself into a corner here. There's combat music playing, so something, maybe a mud crab or something, is very slowly approaching us. But yeah, I wanted to check what time it was, and I can't, because of a creature. Yeah, let's keep going on the road. I won't be making a lot of stops along this road, mostly because I don't think Hlena has any reason to. But we will be kind of scouting out the terrain. Very interesting flora, not something that you see in Vardenfell. It'd be nice if I could find a cave. Maybe we could hole up in a cave. Kill whatever inhabits it. And, am I going the right way? Yeah. Uh-oh, it's raining. Oh, how unpleasant. God, we just have no luck with the weather lately. Let's sort of go through this little pass. The roads are very wide and paved here. You don't see... There's very few paved roads in Vardenfell. There's basically one paved road that goes from Aldrun down to Vivec. And then there's a few little spurs off to Suran, and there's a few paved roads down here, but there's basically one main road that runs through Vardenfell, and this area is one of the more civilized areas of Morrowind. Okay, well, it's going to be time to set up a tent soon. 6 p.m. It's raining. We do have. We can put on our Veteran Watchman's helm, although that will certainly we'd think we'd get some. Oh. Everybody okay? Always have to remember to practice restoration. I don't think you actually got hit there, but... Yeah, these trees are not trees we see in Vardenfell either. Ooh, another plantation. Another plantation. What is this plantation? I'm just going to cross this bridge quickly and take a peek again. Very cool landscape. These trees are not something you see in Vardenfell either. So, very interesting. I think Helena's just kind of scouting out the local region, sort of getting a sense of the economy. Hlaalu Sharpshooter Guard. Oof. Yeah, I wouldn't want to cross one of you. I'm an officer of Imperial Law. Move along. We don't have much to say. Another Guar. Lots of interesting buildings along these, in this sort of hilly farmland. House Hlaalu. Yes. Well, we'd best steer clear. oops. Best to keep moving here, and we will set up a tent soon. I just want to make get a little bit more road behind us. Another epic Hlaalu tower up on the top of a hill. A lot of these sort of seem like lighthouse-type buildings all along this river. Yeah, I of course have a texture mod for the road, so they don't look like that in vanilla, but I quite like that texture mod. Very civilized-looking paved road with the kind of moss and grass naturally encroaches on it. This road is also lit by lanterns, which again is not something you see too much of in Vardenfell. More plantations. Very cool. Stone arches. Morrowind does have lots of these, like stone arches. Like naturally forming stone arches. All sorts of neat plants. I don't think that one's that's not an alchemy ingredient. Ooh, cork bulb. Cork bulb is great. Cure paralyzation. And oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's take a look at that. I mean, the last thing we want to be doing is going for a swim in this unpleasant rain, but I think we can... Oh, that's a boat. It's just a boat sitting out there. Aanthirin water lily. Water breathing. Cool. Let's take a few of those. It looks like there's pearls down there too. Getting a weird refraction effect on the water. Yeah, so the alchemy mod is working for these Tamriel Rebuilt ones. I should sort that out. I should sort out the alchemy mod. I took part of it off, but I think the Tamriel Rebuilt part seems to have stayed. So yeah, it was giving me trouble. Orange moss. Not all that useful. I'll take a little sample though. Don't know when we'll be back here. We will maybe be back here. The thing is, I don't want to stop too many times along the road to Almas here because I don't know where these Almas quests are going to send us, and they may send us back to some of these areas. So it's time to set up camp. It's miserably rainy, and we should be able to set up camp here. I don't think we're in we're on plantation land. Okay, I'm gonna take the camping gear. But that's putting us over our carry capacity limits. Let's get rid of some of these arrows. Just give them to Oliver here. And we've also got quite a selection of weapons here. I want to keep these weapons. Drummer Last Wish is our sort of weapon of choice right now. Fireblade we got from the main quest there. But it's good to have weapons with different enchantments. That one we keep on us because it lets us fly. The Steel Blade of Heaven, very useful. Yeah. Okay, let's camp. Nice flat road surface to set up camp on. The camping gear, by the way, is Acheron's camping mod. I don't know if some people are watching and haven't watched the first chapter of the Let's Play. So yeah, the Acheron's camping mod is a very old mod. It's not the most elaborate camping mod, but it's very simple, and it doesn't. Oh, I didn't take out the. Doesn't cause a lot of, glitches and stuff. It just, the only problem with it is that it tends to clip with the terrain. It does not work too well. Oh, it doesn't work too well in terms of like visually, but it does. Yeah, see that our campfire has sort of fallen through the road there, and that's, I don't know, I'm not going to obsess over it. Let's sleep for 10 hours. Sun rises at 6 a.m. Ah, looks like we finally have a nice day. Look at that. Nice, not even overcast. Just a beautiful day, much better for exploring. The camping gear also, it weighs 100, and I like that. I've always been kind of bothered by how much you can carry in RPGs. That's part of the reason I like to have a pack Guar companion, is find it's a little bit more immersive if you're limited in terms of what you can carry and you have like a beast of burden to carry when you go, you know, questing and stuff. Ooh, there's a big lighthouse up there. I'm so tempted to. Looks like a. I don't know. It looks like kind of an Indoril architecture or something. I'm not sure. Oh, I almost want to climb up there and find out, but who knows? Maybe we'll end up there at some point. Let's try and get to Almas Thirr today. It's not that long a walk. It's a fairly long walk, to be honest, but ooh, a very big plantation coming up. Another little plantation here. Oof. Let's just deke over here quickly and yeah, there's all of these sort of lighthouse-looking buildings. Very cool. Very cool. More slaves.
Scent is unfamiliar.
Hello. You're about as popular as a bowl of tar, and whose fault is that? It's your fault, Outlander. Well, fuck you. To be honest, I have half a mind to taunt you into combat and then take your slave key and free all your slaves, but again, we must not attract attention, unwanted attention to ourselves in these hostile Hlaalu lands. Hlaalu are supposed to be more welcoming to Outlanders, but not these ones, not these slavers. Very unpleasant folk. That's a very impressive plantation tower. It almost looks like this is a town, but I think it's a plantation. I can take off my my rain gear here. Let's come on, loading. Oran Plantation. This is the infamous Oran Plantation we've been hearing so much about. I think we have to pass through this on the road, so might as well chat up some of these folks. Hello, yes, hello. I don't know you, what do you want? Yeah, see all these oh, I am Deveru Dallas, agent. I work for a house or a company or the state. That's kind of funny dialogue. I feel like this character should say I work for House Hlaalu, basically, but yes, well, a Hlaalu agent. Well. And who are you?
Yes, Dunmer?
Very impressive armor. I don't know you. What do you want? I am Jacques Faragian, the Oran family's master-at-arms. Someone said they saw a band of war ordinators scaling the mountains northwest of here. I wonder what they were after. Very cool. War ordinators. Well. Wow, look at that. Look at that building. It looks kind of like it looks sort of like a Dwemer structure or even a Dahrk structure, but it does not. I think we'll head up there at some point. Trying to get us to Almas Thirr so that we can figure out what
Wealth beyond
what
measure.
quests
I'm listening.
we'll be doing.
Yes,
Hello, guard.
What is it?
You have a little bit more to say than the last guard we talked to, Aanthirin. It's a lush orange-green region, one of the most fertile lands of Morrowind. Divided by the Thirr River, the Aanthirin has served as the borderlands between House Hlaalu and House Indoril for centuries. The neutral temple stronghold of Almas Thirr sits in the middle of the region, guarding the peace between the two halves. Well, that's where we're headed. Follow the road southeast to reach the temple stronghold of Almas Thirr. You can cross the river if you ever need to visit the lands of the Indoril. Yeah, I love the great house politics in Morrowind. It is a shame that there's no Redoran stuff going on in Tamriel Rebuilt so far, but it's okay. It's okay. We can kind of be this neutral party exploring. We made some progress here, but the House Hlaalu territory extends essentially from the area around Balmora here, and then some of this as well, Suran over here. And it extends down this river And I think it goes quite far down here, really. I think it sort of goes all the way down almost to Cyrodiil. And then the Indoril territory is this whole area here. And then there's Dres down here, and Telvanni is up here, all the way over here. And then the Redoran control this whole area, or this whole area anyway. And all of these are contested areas between the Redoran and the Hlaalu, and this area I guess is contested between Hlaalu and Indoril. So yeah. Interesting stuff. There's another road there. I guess that just sort of goes along these islands in the middle of the Thirr River. Am I going the right way here? Yeah. Little farmhouse. Now we can see a an ancestral tomb over there. Oliver, what are you doing? He's not running after some creature. So kind of a weird load spike. Sorry about that. Oh, look at these very elaborate stone bridges. There he is. He's warped back to us. Oliver's a decent follower. He warps if he gets stuck. Okay, yeah. So Almas Tir and Indal Rune. Yeah, this is very lush. Wow, what's that platform up there? Looks like it's maybe a platform for supervising slaves. We got a little tool shed there. More farmhouses. Tool shed or outhouse, one of the two. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try and keep the pace here. Different from the Ascadian Isles, the grass texture is, when they talk about orange and green, it's this orange grass that seems to grow here. And a little bit different from the ooh, look at that creature. What are you? What are you? Are you hostile? Yes. You're dead. You are a Yeth grub. Yeth grub. Unfortunately, you didn't leave me anything, any alchemy ingredients. What's that? It's like, can't see. Is that a plantation tower? Ah, there's Almas Tir. I can see Almas Tir. That's for sure Almas Tir. Ah, it's a plantation tower. Wow. Ooh, a cave. What do you think, guys? Should we go to Almas Tir or should we delve into this cave? Let's see what it is. Oliver, stay right here. Don't move. Let's rest for an hour to get our fatigue back up. What is this? Undanasit. Oh yeah, it's a cave, alright. Just drop a quick save. Let's go in. Let's go in. Do at least one cave. I do have a torch, don't I? I'm gonna need a torch in here, I can tell. It's a cramped little cave. Hello? Is there a nasty beast in here? We've got some temple domes, which I have encountered before. Not very useful, I don't think. Oh, we didn't succeed in picking that one up. Temple dome. Yeah, blind and burden. I mean, we haven't learned all of the alchemy effects yet, so... Boy, there's lots of temple domes in here. Interesting. Is this like a cave that doesn't have anything in it? Or what? Does not seem to have anything in it, although you never know. I think there's maybe a little bit of a glitch going on here. Sometimes the sort of rocks and trees mods... Oh, corpse. Oh, this cave has collapsed. 6 gold. He doesn't need it anymore. I think this cave has collapsed, but it might also be... Oh god. Uh-oh. Okay, for a second there I thought we were stuck. I can't jump while I'm sneaking. Yes, this cave has collapsed. Well, probably best if we leave, to be honest. Also looks like there's nothing in it. Except temple domes. I don't want to go down in that pit because I'm afraid of getting stuck. We do have a dagger of levitation though, so that's good. That's good. Okay. Well. Let's put away that torch. Nothing to report, Oliver, nothing to report. Just a collapsed cave, I'm afraid. I was hoping for some spoils of... Oh god. Can I get up this ridge? Well, at least I'm training my acrobatic skill. Oliver? I'm stuck. There we are. So... where... We gotta keep going towards Almas Thirr here. Well, it's too bad. I was hoping to have a little encounter of some kind in that cave. Although, like I said, this first couple of episodes are mainly kind of exploration episodes, I think. And as we get to Almas Thirr, I can see the Silt Strider. Very impressive. Also, very impressive, nice long stone Hlaalu style bridge here. Certainly a much more developed region than... Oh, look at that. Wow, that's really nice. Really beautiful exterior design here in the Aanthirin region. What are these? More strange, more large mushrooms. Wow. Very cool. Oh, another interesting looking plant over here. Oh, yes. Look at this. What is this weird glowing? Wow. This looks like some kind of temple type shrine. This looks like some kind of ancestor worship going on here. Interesting. And then, wow. I wonder where that's, what the source of that water is. It's like a fountain, basically. Oh, there's another one over here. Is this a shrine? Oh, there's someone here.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
What do you know of this? What is this? What does it say? Saint
Saint
Veloth. I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. I'm Dahrk. How can I help you? I am Dahrk, pilgrim and novice of the temple. Ah, well, a fellow temple member. Right. So, what do we got here? Do you have anything to say? Latest rumors. Have you noticed for all its... Okay, this is generic. We've heard this before. Yes, the Imperial Legion does little enough to capture and prosecute abolitionists. That's a bit hypocritical, don't you think? Well, I won't tell you what I think about that. Okay, so this is a shrine for sure. Very interesting looking shrine. Looks like that's something you kneel on to pray. And yeah. Oh, it's a temple shrine, all right.
Please go ahead, Outlander.
Well, perhaps we'll hear more about that when we get to Almas Thirr. I've also noticed that the road texture has changed. Some of these are texture mods, and some of the texture mods I use are not necessarily designed for Tamriel Rebuilt. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but yeah, I know that some of them are not designed with that in mind. Is that a wild Guar? Looks like a wild Guar to me. Let's sort of steer clear of it. Black Anther. Black Anther is nothing new. More cork bulb. Cork bulb is very useful. And that interesting orange plant. Ooh, look at that. Another giant Dahrk shrine. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm kind of hoping that the Look at that orange moss. Ew, it's kind of gross looking. I'm kind of hoping the temple sends us there. Send me on a quest there, please. Well, here we are. We've arrived in Almas Thirr. I think maybe we'll get the lay of the land. We'll talk to one of the locals and get the lay of the land. And I do think though that it would be suitable for me to reserve an entire episode just for exploring Almas Thirr. So let's talk to one of these ordinators. Hello, ordinator.
The mighty Thirr sleeps. Its currents run calm.
Wow, they've got voice acting and everything. Very cool. Justice never sleeps. Elm City watches over you. I guess so. Aanthirin. The region flourished under House Indril's stewardship. Few today can remember the days when their chapels stood like sentinels on both sides of the Thirr River, guarding against conflicts on its fertile banks. Still, though the land has been shattered, it remains an open hearth to all of Veloth's people. This ordinator seems to take sides in the Indril Hlaalu conflict. Almas Thirr. Almas Thirr has many roles, Outlander. A stronghold, a bridge, a place of pilgrimage. From its canton, the temple watches over the Aanthirin region, while the Bloodstone Shrine marks where St. Veloth crossed the great river Thirr, leading our people to salvation. To this day, the faithful continue to follow in his path, passing in great numbers day after day. What's the Bloodstone Shrine? The shrine marks where St. Veloth the Pilgrim and his host crossed the Thirr River, following the sacrifice of Sharai the Herder. You can find it within the monastery that stands on the eastern bank. Excuse me. Many temple followers attempt the Bloodstone pilgrimage, many also fail. I have a feeling that we may be doing the Bloodstone pilgrimage. Those strong of body and mind should seek Hetman Lothro on the west end of Almas Thirr. She can start you on your pilgrimage to the Bloodstone Shrine. Well, I think we're gonna do that, guys. I want to see, do you have anything else? Latest rumors. Rumors flow from the House of Troubles, Outlander. I will not utter them here in Almas Thirr. Wow. Interesting. Very pious folk in this town. Oliver? Keep up. Well. Very interesting, guys. So we've come into this kind of market district of Almas Thirr. I think I'm going to leave off here because we've got quite a lot of exploration of this temple outpost to do, and I think I'd like to spend a whole episode just talking to the people of Almas Thirr. But we've already got. Was told to seek out Hetman Lothro in the west end of Almas Thirr to begin the pilgrimage to the Bloodstone Shrine. So we've got another pilgrimage lined up. We did the pilgrimage of the Seven Graces in Vardenfell, but we've got a pilgrimage lined up, I think, for this area, and hopefully some more interesting quests as well. But if you like the video, hit the like button, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Ciao.